We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the American Airlines Center. We're in Dallas, Texas, the home of the Mavericks. All live on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. The Mavericks hoping to give a strong showing here for their home crowd.
And we know these two teams have some history between them. Should make for a fun contest.
Yeah, it's a game both teams get up for, regardless of recent records.
5 on the clock. Embiid the screen. Shot, high post. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Stan, we expect to see a lot of action inside tonight. Both of these teams have powerhouse front courts.
Yeah, Kevin, it could get very, very physical down low. You're right about that. It is size versus size. They're going to be fighting for position, fighting for every rebound, Kevin. It's kind of like an old school energy to this matchup.
What a scary sight. Joel Embiid with all that momentum taking it to the hoop, looking like a freight train.
Now, here is Irving. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Outside for Davis. Inside. Stolen by Hero. They get a hand on it. Embiid with the steal to the middle. And the dunk by Embiid.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2 to 6'10. But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
Pass to Washington. Just 2 to shoot. Stolen by Hero. The high post shot. Here's Duncan. It's rebounded by Dallas. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
West gets the bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Pass to Saric. Misses and the dry spell continues. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Outside, Levine. Lets it go with a 3. Duncan grabs the rebound. And here is Hero. Here's Westbrook out to Saric. Higgins outside. 6 to shoot. Outside, Hero. Here's Duncan. Again, the miss by the Kings. Mavericks leading by 6. You know, so much turmoil for the Mavericks last season, GA. Despite that, they were a win away from making the playoffs.
Yeah, they battled valiantly. But to go from the 2024 NBA Finals to the lottery, obviously disappointing. They're looking to make amends this season.
Well, to me, Russ is at his best down low, inside. That's a rare trait for a guard.
Now here's Schroeder, still without a basket. Now here's Levine. Wiggins with the block.
His length gives Wiggins an advantage on the D. He can get his hand to shots that a lot of other players would not be able to impact.
Kicks it out to Hero. Back to Saric. And it's good off the glass.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Outside Levine. On the wing. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
A well-practiced shooter. Levine has complete confidence in his shooting motion.
Pass to Sharp. Shoots over Gafford. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
It's stolen by Sharps. To the paint. It's tipped. And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks lead by 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Mavericks leading by 4. Down low. Davis inside. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Sharp in the high post. Count it. Sharp has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Kings.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
In the corner, it's Monk to the inside. Here's Russell. Outside, Davis. To the paint. And that one's good. Bono's got his first 2 points. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Mavericks?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Pass to Davis. Thompson outside. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The Kings trail by 3. Irving looking over the floor. Up top, Monk. Down low. Stolen by Exum. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. West outside. Shot clock at 6. Tipped away. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The 5th head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always hot in Sacramento.
Inside. And that one is hammered home.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Out to Duncan. Outside Irving. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Irving's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Embiid. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Wow, Embiid pulls the defender in close and then gets all the contact he wants.
And the first one drops. Well, Greg, we know at his peak, Joel Embiid, one of the elite two-way centers to ever play in the NBA.
The former league MVP, but when you weigh close to 300 pounds and move like he did, not entirely surprising that his lower extremities took a toll.
The Kings making a switch here. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the half. West inside. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Dallas, no good that time either. Irving attacking. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
And you got to love when Irving attacks the defense, knows how to get it done on the drive.
Pass to Levine. Gafford, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
To the middle. Levine, that's good.
High percentage territory for Levine.
Irving with it. Now defended by Levine. Second chance effort. Duncan misses.
And another miss. Whew. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Outside, Martin. Levine looking around. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint. Here's West. Duncan with the block.
He's the defensive anchor for this team. Duncan excels at reading shooters and then altering their shots.
The Kings trail by 6. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Irving, good.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Screen by Gafford. Inside. Off target at the rim. Foul for 3. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Mavericks on top. Up 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Here's Russell. No scoring in this one. And, Greg, we saw some turnover this summer on the Mavs training staff.
Yes, some talk of internal disagreements in that department. The importance of great teamwork in this league, not just limited to the players in the locker room.
Here's Irving, and Embiid pulls it down. Dallas leading by 7. In the corner, it's Levine. Pass to Embiid. Latrey. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Down low. Embiid with the steal. On the wing, Levine. 7 points in the game. Now Embiid. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Tim Duncan picks one up.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hand.
The Mavericks have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
The Kings trail by 8. Powell outside. On the wing, Irving. Screen by Riggin. Powell, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Tries the spin move. Dallas, no good that time either.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game. Hold on!
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Levine's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look. Well, that's the multi-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, reminding us of what he can do.
Embiid with the steal. Here's Washington. Back to LaVine. Stolen by Hero. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you. Kyrie Irving is becoming the sage veteran. He said, quote, "I used to think leadership is a lonely thing, and it's not. It's surrounding yourself with great-minded, great-hearted people, asking them to push you at times and picking them up when they're not able to be their best." Back over to you, Kevin.
Great perspective. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Big group substitution here for Sacramento. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. West with the ball. Now guarded by Saric. Here's Bona. Oh, Davis down low.
And Davis shoots a high percentage because he's so adept at playing to his strengths.
Right side, Westbrook.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes. Dallas foul. Jerry West. Second personal foul.
On defense, the Mavericks. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Back to Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Saric. Pulls up on the wing. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Saric has got 8 points.
And how about Westbrook's impressive passing ability there? Beautiful dime to set up his teammate.
Davis has the open look. Oh, Davis showing his range.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Pass to Saric. Here's Westbrook, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's ready to talk things through with them. Left here in the third quarter. Duncan can't hit. Mavericks leading by 12. Russell. Westbrook with the block.
Boy, Westbrook is explosive in everything he does.
Shot's good by Hero.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
It's stolen by Sharks. In the corner, it's Westbrook. There's Hero with the three. Rebounded by Gafford. And so here is Dallas. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Outside, Russell. Thompson for 3. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Kings trail by 15. Outside Irving. From outside, off the mark.
Well, and after making just 1 triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Shoots. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Pass to Sharge. Stolen by Levine. There's the triple. Knocks down the 3-ball. Levine's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Mavs. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
On the wing, Levine. Picked by West. A floater. Levine can't hit. And here's Monk. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. It's a 16-point game. Sacramento moving it around. Outside Irving. And it's off from 3-point range. West with the ball. Now defended by Powell. Spins. Pass to Embiid. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. To the inside. Stolen by Washington. Here's Davis. Oh, what a finish.
And he'll get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
Screen by Jones. Monk outside. Another chance. Davis pulls it down.
And that's one he wants back. Just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
West outside. Now Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Well, their schemes have been effective, and he's been a significant part of their focus.
On its way from Irving for 2. And he trains the J. Mavericks leading by 18. West outside. Puts it up from 15. And it misses.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Outside Wiggins. Hero looking over the defense. Screen by Wiggins. Pocket 6. Davis pulls it down.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Dallas.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way, and the other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn it.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach LaVine.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Outside Embiid. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Westbrook. And Davis sends it back.
If you're near the hoop, you have to know where Davis is, or the brow will make you pay.
Ellis outside. Here's Westbrook. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Within my dreams.